Leo, today I heard a very sad story.
Really? What kind of story?
It is about a young boy. His life was very difficult.
That sounds serious. Tell me more.
The boy lived with his stepmom and stepbrother.
Was his family kind to him?
No, they were not kind at all.
Oh no.
One day, the stepmom told the boy to wash dirty dishes.
That is normal, but was she rude?
Yes, very rude. She spoke very harshly.
That must hurt his feelings.
Yes, and his stepbrother was laughing at him.
That is not good.
The stepbrother was eating pizza and enjoying.
And the boy?
He was very tired and very hungry.
Did he ask for food?
Yes, he asked for just one slice of pizza.
That is a small request.
But the stepmom said, "No, you are lazy. You do not deserve it."
That is very cruel.
Then she told him to go clean the garage.
Even after all that work?
Yes,
What happened in the garage?
the garage was dark, cold, and lonely.
That sounds scary.
The boy sat there alone.
Poor boy.
He took out a photo of his father.
Oh, his father.
Yes, he started crying.
That must be a very emotional moment.
He said, "I miss you so much, Dad."
That is very sad.
He said, "It is very hard here."
I can feel his pain.
But then he remembered something important,
What was that?
a promise.
A promise to his father?
Yes, he promised to always be honest and work hard.
That is very strong.
Yes, even in pain, he stayed strong.
What happened next?
Something bad happened again.
What?
The stepbrother secretly stole money
From where?
from the stepmom's purse.
That is wrong.
Yes, but then he blamed the boy.
What? He lied?
Yes, he said the boy took the money.
That is very unfair.
The boy said, "No, I did not do it."
Did anyone believe him?
No, the stepmom did not believe him.
That is very painful.
She called him a thief.
That must break his heart.
Yes, and then she told him to leave the house.
In that situation?
Yes, and it was snowing outside.
That is very dangerous.
The boy said, "Please, I have nowhere to go."
And
She said, "I do not care. Leave now."
that is very cold, not just the weather. What did the boy do?
He walked alone in the snow.
He must be freezing.
Yes, he was cold, hungry, and tired.
That is a very difficult moment.
Then he saw something on the ground.
What was it?
A wallet.
Did it have money?
Yes, a lot of money.
What did he think?
He thought, "I can buy food and warm clothes."
That makes sense.
But then he remembered his promise.
To be honest.
Yes, he said, "This is not my money."
That is a very strong decision.
He decided to return the wallet.
I respect that. Where did he go?
He went to a police station.
That is a good choice.
There was a man there looking very worried.
Why was he worried?
He lost his wallet.
Oh, so it was his wallet.
Yes, the boy gave it back.
What did the man say?
He said, "Thank you, you are very honest."
That must feel good.
Yes. Then he asked, "Where is your home?"
What did he say?
He said, "I do not have a home."
That is heartbreaking.
The man felt bad for him.
And then?
Then the man said, "Come with me, I will help you."
That is kindness.
Yes, he gave the boy a home and support.
That is a happy change.
Yes, years passed.
What happened to the boy?
He worked hard and stayed honest.
Just like his promise.
Yes, and he became successful.
That is inspiring. What about the stepmom and stepbrother?
They became poor.
Really?
Yes, they lost everything.
That is sad, but also a lesson.
One day, they met the boy again.
What happened then?
They said sorry and asked for help.
Did he forgive them?
He stayed calm, but he remembered everything.
That makes sense.
He said, actions have consequences.
That is true.
And then he walked away.
That is powerful.
What do you think about this story?
I feel it is very emotional.
Yes,
The boy was strong and honest.
even in very hard times.
That is the biggest lesson.
Yes, honesty always wins.
And promises are important.
Very important.
Soft smile. I like this story.
Me too.
It makes me think
About what?
about being kind and honest.
That's a good thought.
Calm voice, even when life is hard.
Yes, we should do the right thing.
Always.
Always.